6:48 right now, time for the morning rush. The 19-year-old accused of shooting and killing a man inside of the Century Rio movie theater will remain behind bars until trial. Enrique Padilla is accused of shooting and killing 52-year-old Michael Tenorio over seating assignments inside of the Century Rio theater on June 25th. Yesterday, Judge Emeterio Rudolfo ruled that Padilla will remain at MDC until trial. An Albuquerque neighborhood is ramping up security after a vandal left a hateful message on one man's doorstep. In June, Anthony Gonzalez put out a pride flag outside of his home to show support for the LGBTQ community. Vandals stole the flag and neighbors as well, leaving racial and homophobic slurs on his doorstep. A police report has now been filed, and Gonzalez says he's going to be reinforcing security measures at his home. Some breaking news this morning. Police are investigating a shooting in southeast Albuquerque that left one person dead. Officers were called out to the area of Catherine and Columbia, just east of Yale. Once there, they found one person who had died from multiple gunshot wounds. Details are still limited. However, the homicide detectives are currently investigating. Zoe.
We're looking at more chances for showers and storms, mainly across far northeastern New Mexico, while the rest of us will be seeing sunny skies and very hot conditions, and the heat not going anywhere all week long.
A frustrated citizen is giving us an up-close look at just how bad the problem of blatant shoplifting has gotten. The footage shows four men inside of the Walgreens on Wyoming and San Antonio loading up their backpacks and pockets with bottles of liquor, then leaving. Mayor Tim Keller and the DA Sam Bregman addressed the issue in separate news conferences last week. Well, cancer patients in New Mexico, they are feeling the impact of a global shortage of cancer drugs. The UNM Cancer Center says that two critical medications, carboplatin as well as cisplatin, they have now become hard to get. As the Cancer Center waits for the supply to improve, it's now prioritizing patients getting chemo for the first time. Other patients may have to wait or even get alternate treatments. The FDA is now allowing the import of these drugs from China.
The thing that's really stressful.
One local animal shelter is now trying to find safe places for dozens of cats and dogs after flooding took over one of their buildings. Santa Fe Animal Shelter says that their admissions building is now uninhabitable. That's after plumbing issues caused water and sewage to flow into the animals' kennels. Well, now they're going to be looking for a temporary place to put 15 dogs and cats, as well as 13 kennels of kittens. Zoe.
And our Metro Threat Index for today is pretty low. There is going to be some strong storms across the far northeastern parts of the state, but it's all about the heat. That heat is only going to continue throughout the rest of the week, so make sure to keep a lot of water and those ACs cranked up high.
A caseworker with the Santa Fe Fire Department is in need of help. This as he battles stage 4 liver cancer. Ray Espinosa was diagnosed with cancer in November of last year. In January of this year, doctors discovered a tumor in his pancreas. Yvonne Encinas, a close friend of the family, started a GoFundMe page now for him, that is Espinosa and his family, to raise money for doctor visits and medication. Well, the city of Albuquerque is going to be continuing their annual tradition to honor our nation's birthday. The annual Freedom 4th celebration at Balloon Fiesta Park is going to kick off this afternoon. That will begin at 3. That's with the fireworks scheduled to start at 9:15. Well, this 4th of July, travelers are bracing for possible flight disruptions. That is with severe weather continuing to roll through parts of the country. Severe weather and staffing shortages, they have caused thousands of flight cancellations and delays over the past 10 days. That's with record-breaking travel volume expected. Now today, more potential storms in the northeast and the plains, they could cause even more disruptions. Zoe.
Well, luckily our traffic this morning not bad at all. Things are flowing very smoothly all across the Albuquerque Metro. No slowdowns or accidents to report. And here at the Big I, also flowing smoothly on your 4th of July morning.
Competitors, they have weighed in for the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Reigning champs Joey Chestnut and Mickey Sudu, they are now both vowing to break their personal records. Chestnut is looking to break 76 hot dogs eaten. That is from his record 2 years ago. And Sudu to hope to break hers of 48. Now, thousands of spectators are set to be on hand and flock to Coney Island to take in that pretty intense spectacle right there.
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, a number of 4th of July events are happening around the state. The city of Albuquerque will be hosting their Freedom 4th event at Balloon Fiesta Park, while the city of Rio Rancho is having their event at Campus Park in City Center. Festivities in Santa Fe include a morning breakfast event on the plaza at 7, and residents in Angel Fire will be treated to a drone show this evening.
At number 4, Albuquerque police are investigating a deadly confrontation on the west side as a justifiable homicide. Traffic was shut down for hours near Paseo and Eagle Ranch yesterday afternoon. Comes after a man was pinned underneath a car. Now, last night, APD said that it appeared that the man had brandished a gun in what police describe as a road rage incident. That was before a driver ran him over. As of this morning, no names have been released.
And at number 3, we're looking at the heat continuing. It's only getting hotter and hotter from here, with the chance for a few storms across the far northeastern corner of the state.
At number 2, a frustrated citizen is giving us an up-close look at just how bad the problem of blatant shoplifting has gotten as they capture one such incident on video. Footage shows 4 men walking nonchalantly into the Walgreens near Wyoming and San Antonio, then loading up their backpacks and pockets with bottles and bottles of liquor. The group then strolls right out the front door. Now, employees say it's becoming a daily occurrence. Both the mayor and the DA say that they're hopeful that a new law ramping up penalties for organized crime, retail crime, could help. And at number 1, the 19-year-old accused of shooting and killing a man inside of the Century Rio movie theater will remain behind bars until trial. Enrique Padilla is accused of shooting and killing 52-year-old Michael Tenorio over seating assignments inside the Century Rio theater on June 25th. Yesterday in court, Padilla's defense attorney raised the possibility of self-defense, saying that Tenorio got up and pushed Padilla against a wall. Prosecutors argued that Padilla escalated the issue. Judge Emeterio Rudolfo agreed with the state, ruling that Padilla will remain at MDC until trial.